So as we heard this morning, the dry eye market's an extremely large opportunity with significant unmet medical need. However, it's historically a very tough area for drug development. So how do we as investors navigate this therapeutic area? This panel is going to try to address those topics. So what I'd like to first outline for everyone is, do we invest in dry eye to begin with? So I'd like each panelist to answer that question and talk about your firm and introduce yourself as well, starting with Emmett.
Sure. So my name's Emmett Cunningham. I'm an ophthalmologist, was in ophthalmology, academics in ophthalmology, still part-time in ophthalmology, do a bit of teaching, but now mostly doing venture capital at a firm called Clowers Ventures, which is a dedicated life science venture firm. We have about $1.2 billion under management, and we invest both in biotechnology firms and in device companies and in device companies, somewhat in diagnostics and platform companies. And included in that are ophthalmic companies. We now have 3 ophthalmic companies in our portfolio. One of them is a dry eye company called Sarcode that presented some data today. Our own firm tends to make somewhat larger investments, typically $25 to $50 million investments, and because of that, we tend to do later stage investments, typically companies that have post-phase 2 data. Sarcode's a little bit different. That was an earlier stage investment, but we tend to do later stage investments in our companies, biotechnology and device companies.
Hi, everybody. I'm Steve Elms with Aisling Capital. We're manage about $1.5 billion based in New York City. It's very similar to Claris and Emmett. We invest in mostly life sciences companies. We also invest in device companies. We've invested successfully in ophthalmology in the past. We invested in a company called Oculex Pharmaceuticals that was sold to Allergan that had a Posure-Dex dexamethasone implant. Worked very nicely in a phase 2 trial. We also were investors in a company called Sirion. Sirion recently was sold to Alcon. Sirion also tested the use of cyclosporin in dry eye and allergic conjunctivitis, and in the trial it failed.